Admiral Han Ta-1 stood at the main viewport of Earth's Defense Command Center, his weathered hands clasped behind his back. The massive screens before him showed Earth's first diplomatic mission to the stars. The ship, Unity 1, carried humanity's hopes for peaceful first contact. "Sir, Unity 1 is approaching the meeting point," reported Officer Kang, her voice steady despite the tension in the room. The diplomatic vessel, gleaming white against the darkness of space, moved toward the designated coordinates near Mars orbit. 3 alien ships waited there, their strange crystal-like designs unlike anything humans had imagined. The vessels belonged to the Galactic Consortium, a federation of alien species that had noticed Earth's recent technological advances. "All communications are clear," said Officer Kang. "Unity 1 is broadcasting the greeting message on all frequencies." Tai-1 nodded, watching as Unity 1's lights pulsed in a pattern of peace and friendship. 20 years of his life had led to this moment. He had helped design the protocols for first contact, spent countless hours preparing humanity for this historic meeting. The alien ships remained motionless. Minutes passed. "Sir," Officer Kang's voice cracked slightly, "we're detecting energy buildups in the alien vessels." Tai-1's heart sank. What kind of energy? Before she could answer, bright beams of purple light shot from the alien ships. They sliced through Unity 1's hull like paper. The diplomatic vessel, carrying 200 of Earth's finest representatives, erupted in a silent explosion. "No," Ta-1 whispered. "Get me Song Jia. Now." While chaos erupted in the command center, a secure quantum link connected him to a hidden facility deep beneath Busan. The face of a young woman appeared on his personal screen, her expression already grim. "You saw?" he asked. Jaya nodded. "They didn't even listen to our message. The consortium isn't here for peace. How long until Project Ghost is ready?" Jaya typed rapidly on an unseen keyboard. Behind her, Tai-1 could see massive machinery and teams of engineers working on what looked like a ship's hull, but one that seemed to shift and blur when he tried to focus on it. 6 months, she said, "but we need more quantum cores." Tai-1's screen suddenly filled with warning signals. The alien ships were moving toward Earth, and more were appearing through what looked like tears in space. "You have 3 months," he said. "They're coming." The next few hours became a blur of activity. The alien ships established a blockade around Earth, their message clear: surrender or die. They called themselves the Enforcement Fleet of the Galactic Consortium, claiming authority over all developing worlds. In his private office later that night, Tai-1 reviewed the scans of the attack. The aliens had struck without provocation, without even allowing humanity to speak. Their weapons had bypassed Unity 1's shields as if they didn't exist. His quantum link chimed again. Jaya's face appeared, now streaked with grease and determination. "I found a way," she said. "The quantum cores. We can reconfigure them. Make them do something the consortium has never seen." "What do you mean?" Jaya held up a small device. As Tai-1 watched, it seemed to fade in and out of reality. "If they want to destroy us without talking, fine. We'll build a ship that can't be destroyed, can't be hit, can't even be seen until it's too late." Tai-1 leaned forward. "The Ghost Project will be humanity's response," Jaya finished. "They think we're primitive, that we'll bow down or die. But they've never seen how humans react when backed into a corner." The Admiral looked at the reports flooding his screen. Already, the alien blockade was affecting Earth's orbital installations. Soon, they would likely demand Earth's surrender. "Do it," he ordered. "Whatever you need, you'll have it. Show them humanity's real strength." As the quantum link closed, Tai-1 turned back to his viewport. Somewhere up there, the alien ships waited, thinking they had humanity trapped. They didn't know that in a secret facility, humanity's greatest engineers were working on a ship that would change the galaxy forever. The real war hadn't even begun. Song Jaya hadn't slept in 3 days. The underground facility in Busan buzzed with activity as thousands of engineers and workers raced against time. Above them, alien ships filled Earth's skies, their blockade growing tighter each day. "The quantum core is unstable again," reported Kim Hae-jin, her chief engineer. He pointed to the readings on his tablet. The numbers flashed red. Jaya wiped sweat from her forehead and walked to the testing chamber. Inside, a sphere of pure energy pulsed with a blue glow. This was their 10th attempt at creating a stable quantum core, the heart of the Ghost Walker project. "What if we're thinking about this wrong?" she said, mostly to herself. "The aliens expect us to fight like they do, but we need to do something different." Lee Do-young, their military advisor, stepped forward. His uniform was wrinkled from too many hours of work. "The latest intel shows their ships use standard physics. They don't understand quantum mechanics like we do." "That's it." Jaya snapped her fingers. "Hae-jin, reverse the core's spin. Make it spin backward through time." Hae-jin's eyes widened. "But that would mean the ship won't just be invisible," Jaya said, her voice rising with excitement. "It will exist between moments of time, between matter itself." The team worked quickly, rewiring the quantum core. This time, when they activated it, the sphere didn't pulse. Instead, it seemed to fade in and out of reality, like a ghost caught between worlds. "It's working," Hae-jin whispered. Above them, the massive shape of humanity's secret weapon took form. The Ghost Walker was unlike any ship ever built. Its hull was made of adaptive metal that could learn from attacks. Its weapons were designed to strike from outside normal space, but its real power lay in its ability to phase through solid matter. "Admiral Han," Jaya called through the quantum link. "We've done it. The core is stable." Taiwan's tired face appeared on the screen. "Show me." Jaya pointed the camera at their test object, a solid steel wall. The small probe they'd built, powered by the quantum core, passed right through it, as if the wall didn't exist. "How soon can you scale it up?" the Admiral asked. "We're already building the ship around it," Jaya replied. "But we need a crew, special people who can handle the neural interface." Do-young stepped forward. "I have someone in mind for Captain Park Sun-ho. He's different from other officers. His mind can process multiple realities at once." "Get him here," Jaya ordered. "We need to start training immediately." The next few weeks passed in a blur. While the aliens tightened their grip on Earth, the underground facility transformed into a hive of activity. The Ghost Walker grew larger, its systems more complex. Each part had to be perfect. They would only get one chance to strike back. Captain Park Sun-ho arrived on a rainy night. He was younger than Jaya expected, with calm eyes that seemed to take in everything at once. "This is impossible," he said, looking at the Ghost Walker's specs. But he said it with a smile. "Impossible is what we need," Jaya told him. "The aliens think they know what humans can do. They're wrong." Sun-ho spent hours in the neural interface simulator, learning to control a ship that could move through solid matter. Most pilots went crazy after a few minutes. Their minds couldn't handle existing in multiple states at once. But Sun-ho adapted, even seemed to enjoy it. "The ship is teaching me," he said during one test. "It's like it's alive." Jaya nodded. That was another secret. The quantum core wasn't just an engine. It was evolving, learning, becoming something new, something that had never existed before. On the final day of construction, Jaya stood with her team, looking up at their creation. The Ghost Walker hung in the massive underground chamber, its hull shifting between solid metal and pure energy. "Will it be enough?" Hae-jin asked quietly. Jaya thought about Unity 1, about all the lives lost in that first contact, about how the aliens thought humans would just give up and die. "It has to be," she said, "because we're not just building a ship. We're building humanity's future." Above them, the Ghost Walker pulsed with power, ready to show the galaxy that humanity wouldn't go quietly into the night. They would fight back in ways the aliens couldn't imagine. The real question wasn't if they would win. The question was, would the galaxy ever be the same after they did? Captain Park Sun-ho walked through the Ghost Walker's main corridor, his footsteps echoing on the metal floor. The ship felt alive around him, humming with power from its quantum core. After 3 months of training, today was launch day. All systems are ready. Kim Hae-jin's voice came through the ship's comm. The chief engineer had barely left the engine room in the past week, making sure everything was perfect. Sun-ho entered the bridge, where his chosen crew waited at their stations. Each one was special, picked because their minds could handle the strange reality of a ship that could walk through walls. "Status report," he ordered, sitting in the captain's chair. Yoon Mi-rae, his weapons officer, turned from her console. "Weapons are charged, but they feel different. It's like they're awake." "That's the quantum core," explained Choi Eun-bai from communications. "It changes everything it touches." The bridge crew fell silent as Song Jaya's face appeared on the main screen. Dark circles under her eyes showed how little she had slept. "The alien blockade has doubled in size," she reported. "They're getting ready for something big. We need to launch now." Sun-ho nodded. "How do we get past their sensors?" "We don't." Jaya smiled. "We go through them. Literally." The launch countdown began. Deep underground, massive doors opened above the Ghost Walker. The ship would have to pass through 1/2 kilometer of solid rock to reach the surface. If their calculations were wrong, they would all die. "Neural interface active," Sun-ho announced. He felt the ship's systems connect to his mind. It was like having a second body, one made of metal and energy. "Core is stable," Hae-jin reported from engineering. "Phase systems ready." Sun-ho took a deep breath. "Begin launch sequence." The Ghost Walker's engines powered up, but made no sound. Instead, the whole ship began to fade, becoming ghost-like. Sun-ho could see the rock above them through the hull. "Full power to phase drive," he ordered. The ship rose. Sun-ho felt a strange tingling as they passed through solid rock. On the screens, they could see layer after layer of Earth's crust moving past them. It was like swooning up through the ground. "Approaching surface," Mi-rae reported. "Alien ships are right above us." "Hold phase," Sun-ho commanded. "Let's see if this works." The Ghost Walker emerged from the ground into the night sky. Above them, hundreds of alien ships filled the stars. Their sensors swept the area constantly, but none of them noticed the human vessel rising between them. "We're invisible to them," Eun-bai whispered. "The phase field is working." Sun-ho allowed himself a small smile. "Take us to position. Time to show them what humanity can do." The Ghost Walker moved silently through the alien blockade. They passed so close to one ship that Sun-ho could see alien crew members through their windows, but no alarm sounded. No weapons turned toward them. "In position," Mi-rae reported. "Weapons ready." "Send the message," Sun-ho ordered. Eun-bai opened all channels. Her voice was steady as she spoke. "This is the Earth ship Ghost Walker to all consortium vessels. Your blockade ends today." Before the aliens could respond, Sun-ho gave the command. "Fire." The Ghost Walker's weapons were unlike anything ever built. They fired rays of quantum energy that existed in multiple realities at once. The alien ship's shields were useless. The weapons simply passed through them, as if they weren't there. 3 alien cruisers exploded in silence. The rest of the blockade erupted in chaos. They fired blindly, but their weapons passed harmlessly through the Ghost Walker's phased hull. "More ships incoming," Mi-rae reported. "They're calling for help." "Good," Sun-ho said. "Let them call. Let them all know that humanity is not defenseless." The Ghost Walker struck again and again. Each hit was perfect, each maneuver impossible to counter. The alien ships couldn't fight what they couldn't touch. In the engine room, Hae-jin watched the quantum core pulse faster. "The ship is learning," he reported. "It's getting stronger." Within an hour, The mighty blockade was broken. Dozens of alien ships flowed into deep space, carrying news of their defeat. The rest floated dead in orbit, their crews rescued by the Ghost Walker's teleporters. "Send word to Earth Command," Sun Ho ordered. "The skies are clear." Cheers erupted on the bridge. But Sun Ho kept his focus. This was just the beginning. Soon, the consortium would send more ships, bigger ships. They would learn what happened here and try to adapt. But the Ghost Walker would be ready. Humanity would be ready. The real war was about to begin. 2 weeks after breaking Earth's blockade, the Ghost Walker moved silently through enemy space. Their target was the consortium's largest military base in the sector, a massive space station orbiting a red giant star. "Look at the size of that thing," Mei whispered from her weapons station. The space station was bigger than a small moon, its surface covered with weapon ports and hangar bays. Captain Park Sun Ho studied the tactical display. Hundreds of alien ships moved around the station like angry bees. None of them knew the Ghost Walker was there, watching, waiting. "Message from Earth Command," Choi Un-bai announced. Admiral Han's face appeared on the main screen. "The consortium is gathering a massive fleet," the Admiral reported. "They mean to attack Earth with everything they have. You must stop them." Sun Ho nodded. "We're at their main base now. They won't expect us to strike here." "Be careful," the Admiral warned. "Our spies report they're working on new weapons to detect phase-shifted ships." After the message ended, Sun Ho called the engine room. "Jin, how's our core looking?" "Better than ever," the engineer replied. "The quantum field is 10 times stronger than when we launched. It's like the ship knows we're hunting." Sun Ho had felt it too. The Ghost Walker was changing, growing. Every battle made it stronger, smarter. The neural interface let him feel the ship's growing awareness. "All hands, battle stations," he ordered. "Time to show them what we can really do." The Ghost Walker moved closer to the station, passing straight through patrol ships. Mayre's fingers danced over her weapons console, marking targets. "Sir," Un-bai called out, "I'm picking up something strange." The station's power readings, they're familiar. Sun Ho looked at the data. "They're building quantum cores, trying to copy our technology." "They can't be allowed to finish," Mayre said firmly. Sun Ho agreed. "New plan. We're going inside the station." The crew stared at him. They had passed through ships before, but never something so big. "The phase field will hold," Jin assured them from engineering. "The ship wants to do this." Sun Ho engaged the phase drive. The Ghost Walker's hull became transparent, and they sailed straight through the station's outer wall. They moved through corridors and rooms, passing shocked alien crews who couldn't see or touch them. "Target found," Mayre reported. "Their quantum research lab. But sir, there are hundreds of workers inside." "Activate the teleporters," Sun Ho ordered. "We're not murderers. Get those scientists out first." The Ghost Walker's teleporters locked onto every life form in the lab. In seconds, they were transported to empty cargo holds, where force fields held them safely. "Lab is clear," Un-bai confirmed. "End phase field," Sun Ho commanded. "Weapons free." The Ghost Walker became solid inside the station. Before alarms could even sound, its weapons fired. The quantum lab exploded, taking with it all of the consortium's research. "Multiple ships approaching," Mayre reported. "They're trying to trap us inside." Sun Ho smiled. "Let them try. Jin, show them why that's a bad idea." The engineer activated their newest weapon, the quantum pulse. A wave of energy burst from the Ghost Walker, passing through the station's walls. Every ship it touched lost power, their engines dead in space. "Phase field up," Sun Ho ordered. The Ghost Walker faded again, slipping out through the chaos they created. Behind them, secondary explosions rocked the station. The destruction of the quantum lab had started a chain reaction. "Sir," Un-bai called out, "the prisoners, what do we do with them?" Send them home, Sun Ho decided. Each one in an escape pod with a message. This is what happens when you threaten Earth. They watched as hundreds of escape pods launched from the Ghost Walker, carrying shocked alien scientists to safety. The station behind them was falling apart, its mighty weapons useless. Message from the station commander, Yunbai reported. They're asking for mercy. Sun Ho thought about Earth, about the unprovoked attack on Unity 1. But he also thought about being better than their enemies. Tell them to evacuate the station, he ordered. They have 1 hour. We will ensure all escape pods reach safety. The crew worked fast, helping coordinate the station's evacuation. Not a single life was lost, but the consortium's greatest military base was reduced to floating wreckage. Set course for their next base, Sun Ho ordered as they left. The consortium needs to learn. Earth doesn't want war, but we will not go quietly. And the Ghost Walker cannot be stopped. As if agreeing, the quantum core pulsed brighter, ready for their next battle. The news of the space station's destruction spread through the galaxy like wildfire. In the consortium's main fleet, Admiral Sith slammed his four-fingered hand on his command chair. 1 ship, he growled. 1 human ship did this. His fleet of 5,000 warships hung in space, the largest force ever gathered by the consortium. Each ship was fitted with new sensors designed to detect phase-shifted vessels. Meanwhile, on the Ghost Walker, Choi Yunbai listened carefully to enemy communications. Her eyes widened at what she heard. Captain, she called to Sun Ho. They've sent their best admiral after us. Admiral Sith. He's never lost a battle. Sun Ho watched the tactical display as it showed the massive enemy fleet. There's always a first time. Sir, Heijin's voice came from engineering. The quantum core is acting strange. It's like it's excited about something. Before Sun Ho could respond, new alerts flashed across their screens. Through the bridge windows, they saw space itself tear open. A massive alien ship emerged, bigger than anything they'd ever seen. That's Sith's command ship, Yunbai reported. They call it World Ender. The World Ender lived up to its name. It was shaped like a giant blade, covered in weapons that could destroy planets. Its hull was made of metal that absorbed energy attacks. Message coming in, Yunbai announced. They're broadcasting on all frequencies. Admiral Sith's alien face appeared on their screen. His red eyes glowed with anger. To the human ship that dares to attack the consortium, I am Admiral Sith. You will surrender or be destroyed. Sun Ho stood from his chair. This is Captain Park Sun Ho of the Ghost Walker. We remember how you greeted our peace mission. No surrender. Sith smiled, showing sharp teeth. Your phase technology cannot save you. We have learned to track you. As if to prove his point, energy beams from the fleet shot toward the Ghost Walker's position. But Sun Ho had expected this. Evasive pattern Gamma, he ordered. The Ghost Walker didn't just phase out. It jumped between different points in space-time, appearing and disappearing faster than the sensors could track. Sir, Mirai called from weapons. Their new sensors are good. They can see us for a split second when we shift. Then we'll give them something to look at. Sun Ho decided. Heijin, remember that trick we discussed? Time to try it. In engineering, Heijin grinned. He had modified the quantum core to do something impossible, create copies of the Ghost Walker in multiple realities at once. Suddenly, instead of 1 Ghost Walker, there were 10. Then 20. Each one was real, but existed in a slightly different reality. The alien fleet's sensors went crazy trying to track them all. Impossible. Sith's angry voice boomed over the comms. All ships, fire at will. The space between the fleets lit up with energy beams and missiles, but they couldn't hit what existed between moments of time. The Ghost Walkers, all of them, struck back. Quantum torpedoes phased through shields and hulls. Alien ships exploded silently in space. The World Ender tried to target them with its planet-killing weapons, but the Ghost Walker was too quick, too strange to hit. Sir, Yunbai called out suddenly. I'm picking up transmissions from inside their fleet. Some ships, they're refusing to fight. Sun Ho watched as several alien ships broke formation. Their crews had seen enough. The mighty consortium fleet was falling apart. This is just the beginning. Sith raged over the comms. We will find a way to destroy you. No, Sun Ho replied calmly. You will learn to talk peace, or you will keep losing. The World Ender turned to retreat, but not before the Ghost Walker landed a final hit. Its quantum weapons carved the words Earth Remembers into the massive ship's hull. As the alien fleet scattered, He Jin reported from engineering. Sir, you need to see this. The quantum core, it's evolved again. It's showing us paths to other galaxies. Sun Ho looked at his crew. They were tired but proud. They had faced the consortium's best admiral and won. But more importantly, they had shown that humanity could fight without becoming monsters. Send word to Earth, he ordered. Tell them Admiral Sith's fleet is running. And tell them something else. Tell them we're just getting started. The Ghost Walker hung in space, its quantum core pulsing with new power. Somewhere out there, Sith was planning his revenge. But he didn't understand what he was fighting. The Ghost Walker wasn't just a ship anymore. It was humanity's answer to bullies who thought they ruled the galaxy. And that answer was clear. Never again. 3 days after the battle with Admiral Sith's fleet, Choi Yunbai couldn't believe what she was hearing through her communications equipment. The Ghost Walker floated near a small green planet, hidden in its phase field. Captain, she called out, her voice excited. You need to hear this. The whole galaxy is talking. Captain Park Sun Ho moved to her station. Through the speakers came hundreds of alien voices, all talking about the Ghost Walker. But they weren't afraid. They were hopeful. The Bryn Empire has declared independence from the consortium, Yunbai reported. 3 more systems are ready to follow. They say Earth has shown them the way. Bai Jinwu, their political officer, stepped forward. This is what we've been waiting for. The consortium isn't just our enemy. They've been bullying other species for centuries. Sun Ho considered this news. Can we trust them? Sir, He Jin called from engineering. The quantum core is reacting to something. It's like it can feel other ships out there. Friendly ships. Before they could discuss this, new signals appeared on their screens. A fleet of ships dropped out of faster-than-light travel nearby. They were smaller than consortium ships, but there were hundreds of them. Message coming in, Yunbai announced. A blue-skinned alien appeared on their main screen. Ghost Walker, this is Admiral Kex of the Free Worlds Alliance. We've been waiting centuries for someone to stand up to the consortium. Will you help us? Sun Ho looked at Jinwu, who nodded. Send them our tactical data, the captain ordered. Show them we're serious about being allies. The next few hours were busy. Representatives from 6 different alien species came aboard the Ghost Walker. They met in the ship's conference room, where Jinwu led the talks. The consortium keeps control through fear, one alien leader said, but your ship showed us they're not invincible. We have ships and crews, another added, but we need your phase technology. Jinwu raised his hand. We'll share what we can. But first, we need to know you're committed to peace after the consortium falls. The aliens agreed. Soon, a new alliance was born. The Ghost Walker would lead their combined fleet, teaching them to fight smart instead of just using brute force. Meanwhile, in engineering, He Jin made an amazing discovery. Captain, he called. The quantum core. It's compatible with their technology. It wants to help them. The Ghost Walker's advanced systems began sharing data with the alien ships. Not enough to copy the phase technology, but enough to make their weapons and shields stronger. Sir, Mayray reported from weapons. Look at this. On the tactical display, hundreds of red dots showed consortium ships retreating from their bases. The bullies were running scared, but Sun Ho knew better than to celebrate too early. They'll gather for one big attack, he warned. Admiral Sith won't give up easily. Let them come, Jinwu said. This time, we're not alone. The Alliance fleet trained together for days. The Ghost Walker taught them new tactics, showing them how to fight ships that were bigger and stronger. Their crews learned to work together, despite coming from different worlds. Message from Earth, Yunbai announced one morning. Admiral Han's face appeared on their screen. You've done more than we ever dreamed, the Admiral said. But be careful. Our spies say Sith has a plan. He's building something big. As if on cue, their sensors detected massive energy readings from deep in Consortium space. Something was coming. Something huge. All Alliance ships, battle stations, Sun Ho ordered. The combined fleet moved into formation around the Ghost Walker. Heijin's voice came over the comm. Sir, the quantum core is stronger than ever. And there's something else. The Alliance ships, it's like they're becoming part of our network. We're all connected now. Sun Ho looked at his crew, then at the Alliance fleet surrounding them. They had started this journey alone, fighting for Earth's survival. Now they were fighting for the freedom of the whole galaxy. Send a message to all ships, he ordered. Tell them, together we stand. Together we fight. And together, we'll show the Consortium that the time of bullies is over. The Ghost Walker's quantum core pulsed with bright blue light, stronger than ever before. In space around them, Alliance ships powered up their new weapons. They were ready. The final battle was coming. And this time, humanity wasn't fighting alone. The final battle began with a tear in space bigger than anything they had ever seen. Admiral Sith's new weapon emerged, a ship so massive it dwarfed his old world ender. The Consortium called it the Galaxy Breaker. By the stars, Yun-Mai whispered from her weapon station. The enemy ship was the size of a small moon, its hull crackling with red energy. Captain Park Sun Ho stood on the Ghost Walker's bridge, watching as the monster ship approached. Behind him, the Alliance fleet held formation. 1,000 ships from 6 different species, all united against the Consortium's tyranny. Message from the enemy, Choi Unbi announced. Admiral Sith's face appeared on their screen, his red eyes glowing with hatred. Humans, you've corrupted our empire, turned our own people against us. This ends today. You're wrong, Sun Ho replied calmly. This isn't an ending. It's a beginning. The Galaxy Breaker fired its main weapon, a beam of pure antiphase energy designed to force the Ghost Walker into normal space. But Sun Ho was ready. Heijin, now, he ordered. In engineering, Heijin activated their secret weapon. The quantum core had evolved far beyond its original design. It didn't just phase the ship anymore. It could bend reality itself. The Ghost Walker split into 100 copies, each one as real as the original. The Alliance fleet moved with perfect coordination, their ships linked through the quantum network. Impossible. Sith roared. All ships, destroy them all. The space between the fleets lit up with weapons fire, but the Ghost Walker's copies danced through the chaos, leading the Alliance ships in patterns the Consortium couldn't predict. Sir, Mirai called out. The Galaxy Breaker's hull. It has a weakness, where they installed the antiphase weapon. It's creating a quantum instability. Sun Ho smiled. They tried so hard to copy our technology. They made the same mistake we almost made in the beginning. Heijin. I see it, the engineer replied. If we hit that spot with all our copies at once, all Alliance ships, Sun Ho broadcast, follow our lead. Hit them with everything you have. The Ghost Walker's 100 copies moved as one, their quantum weapons targeting the same spot on the Galaxy Breaker's hull. The Alliance fleet added their fire, their weapons enhanced by the quantum network. The massive enemy ship shields collapsed under the assault. Its antiphase weapon overloaded, creating a cascade of quantum energy that ate through its hull. No, Sith screamed. This is impossible. We are the Consortium. We cannot be defeated by primitives. We were never primitive. Sun Ho replied. We just needed a reason to show our true strength. The galaxy breaker began to break apart, its crew escaping in pods. Around it, the remaining consortium ships threw down their weapons, surrendering to the Alliance fleet. Message from Earth, Yunbai announced with tears in her eyes. Admiral Han appeared on screen. You did it, the Admiral said simply. The consortium's council is asking for peace talks. Real ones this time. The bridge crew cheered, but Sun Ho wasn't finished. He opened a channel to their former enemies. This is Captain Park Sun Ho of the Ghost Walker. To all consortium forces, your leaders led you down a path of fear and hate. But it's not too late to change. Join us. Help us build something better. Over the next few hours, more ships arrived, not to fight, but to join the Alliance. Species that had been enemies for centuries came together, inspired by humanity's example. In engineering, He Jin watched in amazement as the quantum core pulsed with bright, peaceful light. Sir, he called to the bridge. The core, it's not just a weapon anymore. It's become something new, something that can connect all species together. Sun Ho looked at his crew, the brave humans who had faced impossible odds and won. Then he looked at their allies on the screens, aliens who had become friends and partners. Send word to Earth, he ordered. Tell them to prepare for visitors. It's time for all species to meet as equals. The Ghost Walker's quantum core pulsed one last time, spreading its energy through the Alliance fleet. It had been built as a weapon, but it had become something more. A bridge between worlds, a tool for peace. Set course for Earth, Sun Ho commanded. Let's show everyone the way home. As the combined fleet moved through space, aliens and humans working together, Sun Ho knew they had created something unique. Not just a powerful ship or a strong alliance, but a new way forward for all species. The galaxy would never be the same. And that was exactly what they had fought for.